Hello everyone, it's the Bitcoin SV bulldozer. How's life, people? So this video is going to be called Bringing Value to Crypto. And before I start, I'd like to thank whoever's been sending me BSV to my BSV tips address. I include it in the comments of each video, so anybody who wants to donate, much appreciated. So, here lieth Moonboy, 2000 to 2030. He aped coins. So is this how you want to be remembered? Is this what you want your epitaph to read? You know, if you're doing this thing, that's how you're spending your life. And I'm here to bring some light to this corrupt shit show that is crypto. And when I say corrupt, I don't mean legally, lawfully. It is that too. But it's tawdry, seedy, unwholesome, depraved, degenerate. Degen. The degens versus the boomers. You know that the boomers were doing this as well. It's just that this generation seems to have perfected it. And I was doing it in 2017 in the ICO craze. I had a group, online group, where we'd go and we'd look for shit coins that would pump and dump. Einsteinium, Sia coin, Dent, Pillar, Caviar. That's just some of the names of coins that are probably no longer in existence or at 1,000 or 2,000 coin market cap. And basically, that's what you're doing. You're doing exactly the same thing that we were doing in the ICO craze. Now, the thing is that when you do this, you're coming to the crypto space to extract value from the space. And that's what everybody is doing. They're coming to crypto to extract value from the space. But really, they're just extracting value from somebody else. Fiat money, that is. And when you have this attitude of, I'm going to come and extract value from something, then the universe treats you exactly the same way and extracts value from you. Now, it was actually pretty funny. I'm a member of some of these channels that go scouting for coins that are going to pump and dump. And there was one guy who was talking about a token that he'd seen somewhere that he wanted to go and ape, but he couldn't remember if it was on Solana or Ethereum, and he couldn't remember what the point of it was. So that's just an indication. You're not doing it for the sake of the token or coin, you're doing it for the sake of the pump and dump, right? Now, this attitude is actually endemic to the crypto space. It's been woven into the fabric of crypto. And you could make an argument that it's basically been happening since day one with Bitcoin. When the white paper was published, a guy called James A. Donald, I think it was, immediately questioned whether or not it would scale. And that scaling issue has been with Bitcoin since then, 15 years in total. Unbelievable. Now, the purpose of the suppression of Bitcoin in terms of the scaling and the removal of the opcodes and all sorts of things, in my opinion, was to suppress innovation and creativity on Bitcoin and to do things that were revolutionary. I look at Bitcoin as bit and coin, and this is something that I've heard from somebody else, from other people. We have bit, which is the data part of Bitcoin, and coin, which is the monetary part. And what was basically removed from Bitcoin or suppressed was the bit part. So the focus became on coin, investment, hodl, pump and dump. And it's been like that basically for most of Bitcoin's history. And people were suppressed in terms of wanting to be able to innovate with the data part of Bitcoin, the on-chain economy. And that started really with Vitalik Buterin in 2013 when he wanted to do things with Bitcoin and he was pushed back against, and he said, well, screw it. I'll just create Ethereum. And so there have been many attempts at this on-chain economy and the innovative creative part. Ethereum, EOS, well, that didn't really go anywhere. Cardano, Solana, and now Audi is the new kid on the block. And they're all basically doing exactly the same thing. They're trying to create an on-chain economy. The on-chain economy is where innovation and creativity happen. But the problem is that great innovation and creativity are extremely powerful. And the powers that be don't want this. So they keep putting a blanket on it. That's the genie in the bottle. It's the innovation, right? It's the on-chain economy. And the powers that be keep putting this bloody blanket on top of it. I actually think that the COPA case and the BlackRock ETF are potentially the same thing. They're trying to put a blanket on this innovation and creativity. It's where the real wealth is made. It's where the real value is captured, right? It's because you're bringing value to the thing and the thing responds in kind. That's the way the world works. You bring value to the world and the world brings value to you. Now, just quickly on the topic of the BlackRock ETF, people are starting to say that Craig Wright's going to win. And now we've got a chorus coming that's the other way. And I'm starting to think that he's more likely to lose. So everybody just shut up, okay? No, but seriously, the problem is that Craig Wright is up against the club. He's up against the powers that be. And I believe that the people at BlackRock really want this BTC ETF. And the reason they want it is it's an avenue towards getting hold of mum and dad's superannuation or 401k. They want to steal that money. They've been wanting to steal it for years and years and years, and this is an avenue to do that. So that's why I think that they will probably push it through, despite all the shenanigans that are going on with BTC and their problems with the Audi development. Now, I think that what they could possibly do, I've heard the Audi developers sort of mouthing off a little bit, and I think that they're getting a little bit ahead of themselves. I think that they're in an echo chamber, and what would shut them up very quickly, I reckon, would be a big fat lawsuit. And that's the thing that I think that they might try to do in order to stop the Audi progression. They would also stop the innovation and creativity, because I like what Audi's doing. And it would then allow them to push through the ETF without any hassles, without any dramas, and therefore allow them to pull off their heist of mum and pop's pension fund. So in one fell swoop, they get BSV off their backs and Craig Wright off their backs by winning that case, and then they get Audi off their backs by slapping them with a lawsuit, and then they push through the ETF. Nasty stuff. And they don't want us being creative. They don't want us being powerful. They don't like us being free to use the technology the way that we want to.